Hello everyone, my name is Thet Win. I'm sales representative with Kamitski Group, and today we're going to be talking about wealth building through real estate. And we've got Simon here today. Thank you for joining us, Simon.
Absolutely.
Simon is a specialist in this field, and we're going to be talking about this in more detail. Take it away, Simon.
Thanks, Thad. Hello, everyone. Now, as a mortgage professional who's been in this industry for over a decade, there's something's come to my attention, and through dealing with numerous clients over the years, and it's really three main burning questions that Canadians have. How the heck am I going to pay off my mortgage on my principal residence in less than the 25 or 30 years that the bank tells me I have to pay it off? And I'm not talking about accelerating my bi-weekly payments or what have you, not the typical way. Or how am I going to pay for my children's education? Look, I've got 4 kids, and I know they're going to grow up someday, and they're going to be coming to the bank, mom and dad. What am I going to do?
Right.
And the third one, on top of all that, how am I going to build wealth for retirement? I really don't know. I mean, on my salary, I can barely take the missus out for lunch. Just joking. I make sure I do that. Well, the answer to these questions, it may be to buy an investment property. Here's how this works, and just a little sample for you guys. For example, if you bought a house that 5 years ago, you probably took a mortgage with an amortization or the lifetime of a mortgage, which is about 25, 30 years tops, right? So like most people, so in that case, if it's coming for maturity now, at the end of the term, it's down to 25 or 20 years. Great. So what would that mean to you if I could tell you, well, the trick to paying off your debt is to actually go into more debt and purchase an investment property? Would that be something of interest to you? Or secondly, how are you going to pay for all your kids' education? Well, I mean, like most responsible parents, I think, they have something from the government of Canada, which is called an RESP. So many do have RESPs, and they usually work this way. You contribute $200 a month or so. And in Canada, they match it up to about $7,200, which means a total contribution of about $55K, if I'm not mistaken, over 20 years. So at the end of that 20 years, your one child, who you love dearly and just want the best for them, well, they'll have about maybe $100,000 to go to school with. That's great. And well, I don't have any kids right now, but I know tuition costs are a lot more expensive than when I was in university about 13 years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. So now, while that's all good, thank you, RESP, but I think you should be aware that we're helping some clients now. They're on track to getting returns of 500% higher than that number, of over $700,000 in some cases, all through the power of owning investment property. Now, if you'd like to learn more, that may interest you, and you may want to be contacting Thet or Monica here. And of course, if the kids are already out the door, or you don't want to, it's 2021, maybe you don't want to start a family, I get it. How do you want to build your wealth for retirement? Well, again, you want to talk to Thet or you want to talk to Monica, and they're going to say, hey, look, a house in your area just sold for $850,000, for example. What did you pay back in the day when you bought your house? Half the price, possibly? Sure. Wow, it increased $400,000, $500,000 in 10 years, more like 2 years in this market. So, a lot of people who are in your situation, they often say they wish they had bought just one more property when they could, back in that market 10 years ago or 5 years ago, whenever you purchased, because things were a lot cheaper, let's admit. Now, imagine if you had bought one other house in your neighborhood at that same time, you'd have 2 houses worth $850,000. That's $1.7 million that would be increase to your net worth, obviously minus the current mortgage. Now, but what I know is this. Now, back when you did buy your home, you had a family to raise and other obligations. We get it. You probably couldn't afford that. But now I suppose your focus is on planning for retirement, and if it is, you should probably like to learn how clients are building more wealth for retirement by going out and buying that extra investment property now. Myself and the great people here at the Kamitsky Group, Thet and Monica. We're going to be putting on a seminar for investment property, and we'd love for you to join. It's totally free of charge, and thank you very much for having me, Thad.
No problem. Well, thank you, Simon, for having us. And it's a great topic. So if you want any details, more information about all this, and to get in touch with us, to get in touch with Simon, give us a call or email us, and visit our website at Kamitsky Group. So thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thanks, Thad.